everywhere. Right?
I want to
Let's
ask
get
a question. So,
go
so
ahead.
let me ask you. And it's whenever you're ready for a question from Rakufu, let me know. I know you're going through this, and this is great that you're going through this. So I appreciate you doing it. Um, but I want to ask you. So when you said not the white people, so the white people are represented though, like whites and Asian. I'm saying like Asian people, like for instance Koreans. Are they represented somewhere in OWASP?
Yeah, everybody who's in history is represented, but how they got there, what them foundational points. Like Owaspi says some real crazy stuff. Like for instance, it basically says that who we know today as the pale skinned modern European is only been in existence about 2,000 plus years. I know y'all didn't think Owaspi said that, but it do say that. It gives it turns around and then tells you that the reason that they are the way that they are is because the people who go in to produce them are not a two-way mix, but a three-way mix. So that OCA receptor that produces the blonde hair, the blue eyes, which the Aboriginal melanated European already had. Anybody, I don't want to stop it, but look up Cheddar Man. Cheddar Man is melanated, right? Negroid, blue eyes. So you dig what I'm saying? But these ancient Persians, we're just taking a look at them around the world, right? Real quick. Thus lay the three great countries: Arabia, where y'all get y'all word Arab. And is the precursor name to what y'all would call today Africa. Parsi, or what we know as Persia, and Hellas, where you get your Hellenic dynasties, right? Which starts in where? Turkey, and then goes north. So thus lay the three great countries: Arabia, Persia, and Hellas, or Africa, Persia, and Mediterranean, Greece, and Europe, mid-Europe, Caucasia, right? Thus lay the three great countries, right, was the mightiest, of which Persia, in between Africa, Persia, and the Hellenic dynasties, Persia was the mightiest, peopled with very giants, lofty-bearing men and women who were red, copper-colored, with an abundance of long black hair, high in the nose and the cheekbone, with determined jaws and eyes to charm and command, mostly full-blooded Ahoans. Half-breeds between the Irons and the brown people. Right? Now, what they saying is, this is an ancient map, right? After the Great Flood. Right? They saying in between Hellas, Persia, and Arabia, like right here. Right? Mind you, right here where the continents touch is a mountain range. Hellas this way is Persia. This is India, Vindu. This is Arabia, Africa, Europa, Europe. Look at North and South Guatemala, or the land of the crossing. They saying right up in here, right? Persians These full-blooded Negro types, the copper color, what the Islamic understanding is the Asiatic black man. He is copper colored Negro, but he not African. He from that way over there, right? Over that way. He from that way in the East, but he not African. And yet he Negroid. Those people who predominantly anciently are called Persian. Persia produces your Phoenician stocks, your Israelite stocks, your Harappan stocks, your Cushite stocks. They come from over here. They even migrated into Egypt. You dig, or below Egypt. You dig what I'm talking about? The Cush come from more east. He says,
yeah, I think in the Bible, Cush is what, Ethiopia, right?
Yeah, that's where they are, even below that region.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and this is why they can't read the Meroitic text. It's not from there. You dig what I'm saying? It's not from there. This is why they. It's a lot going on. But let's get back to these people. Now settled in between. Now nestled in between the three great countries, Japheth, Shem, and Ham. Notice they didn't say they were people. Said they were countries. Japheth, Shem, and Ham was located the chief place of the Ahuans. And they were founded, and they founded a new nation. And the Lord called them Persia, signifying warrior faithis. Huh? So yeah, it was some people who did turn the other cheek that would run. But it was some that'd get on your helmet quick. Because he created them what? These Ahuans, remember he told them to protect the other people. This is why they killing. This is why they big. Because he created them as a shield to guard his chosen. What make these people chosen, Cosmo? They choose the creator. They choose to run. Other than that, how could they exist in a warlike society if nobody protected them? They're not going to fight back. Real faithists won't. They're going to run. I'm not making this up, though. These people, and this genetic has always existed. So the Ahuans were also known as warrior faithists to many. That can seem as a contradiction, being a warrior and a faithist. But remember that everything and hence everyone has its reason and season. Recall that the Creator said, protect the ions, the little people, because he created them as a shield to guard his chosen, the ions. But many will justifiably push back against the idea of a faithist killing anything that breathes, and I understand. But what many have failed to take into account is the most impactful part of any living being, and that's its environment. You must take into account the great antiquity we're speaking of, and what type of people and animals were on the earth at the time. Now, let's take a look at what the Ahuan was protecting the mound builders in America from. Watch this. First book of God, 24 and 27 says, I do not blame you, O iron, O mound builder, your grandmama stock. These are your grandmother, right? These would be the spiritual side of your ancient heritage. This would gave you great spiritual identity, right? Your druk half gave you great physical identity. When you mix them, you get both. It's Ahuan. but even that can be refined. Watch this. I do not blame you, O Iron. I saw the darkness, saw your straits, but you shall never again dwell with the Druks, nor with the new Redborn, the Ahuan, those with faces like new copper. Call them Ahua, for they shall be protectors over my chosen Irons forever. The Ahua shall drive away, look, the Baal and the Mew. We ain't never heard of no Baal and no Mew. What is a Baal and a Mew? Ain't right here. Remember, we got another note at 8:15, so we're gonna check that out. So the Ahuan shall drive away the Baal and the Mew. Remember, they're using old terminology. And look what's here. Great serpents are still here. Huh? First book of God takes place in between 7,000 and 7,053 BC and 3953 BC. That's another dope part about Oahspe. It allows you to put it on a timeline. So this is when this is happening. This is roughly 9,000 years ago. So 7,000 to roughly 4,000 BC. So 9 to 6,000. Look what's still on the planet. Watch this. The Ahua, the large copper-colored man, shall drive away the Baal and the Mew and great serpents. Great serpents still here. We only talking 9,000 years ago. Hold on. And all man-slaying beasts, for I will make mighty nations out of the seeds of the Ahuans in America. Right? Hold on. Where are we at? Notice there are serpents, mews, and balls on earth. Y'all seen that, right? And that the Ahuans protect not only the Irons, but themselves also. But what is the Mew and Baal? Right? 8:15. Remember, we was noticing that note, that 8:15 note. They are lions and tigers, respectively. The Baal is a lion, and the crazy part is it's using an ancient tongue called Panic, and with this, the animals name themselves. So basically, the sound or what an animal does names itself, right? The dope part about what Oahspe is revealing is if you actually listen to a lion, it doesn't go roar, roar. It goes boo, boo, boo. That's what a lion does. So, ba'oog. And if you listen to a lion, it makes that sound. So, remember in the Bible, they try to tell you that Adam named all the animals. Well, how did he do it if he didn't know the names and nobody gave him the names? The animals named themselves and he repeated them. So, what I'm saying is the very first dog would have been named Bark. The very first big dog would have been named Woof. The very first chicken would have been named Cluck or Baka.
Right, because the sound.
It names itself.
It's like onomatopoeia.
Yeah, it's how the first language worked. The thing tells you what it is, you repeat it. So the very first snake is called hiss. Make sense? So So notice that there are serpents, muse balls on earth, and that Ahawans are protecting them, right? And we just found out that balls are lions and tigers, respectively. When you listen to a tiger, you will see the sound that this makes, right? Listen to a real tiger. It doesn't sound like what you see on cartoon shows. Rah, 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 rickety row. It don't sound like that. Go see what the real animals sound like. It'd be like, meow, meow. Right? So Owaspy is explaining that there was lions in America at one point. Is this even true? At what time did they go extinct? Because we know there ain't no lions in America today. But remember, the Ahawans was around to protect the mound builders, which we know were here, and we know the megalithic builders were here. But now we've proven that they were here along American lions called Panthera anthrax. It's more commonly known as the American lion and is the precursor, older than the ones in Africa. It is also called the North American lion or American cave lion. The scientific name, Panthera anthrax, is a Latin phrase that translates as cruel or fearsome panther. It lived in North America. Listen, it lived in North America from the Pleistocene epoch about 340,000 years ago before it went extinct 11,000 years ago. I'm saying this is taking place 9,000 years ago. Could they be off a 1,000 years too? That this thing still existed? Now, take notes, and take that the American lion goes extinct in the Americas during and after, right? The Younger Dryas. During the Quaternary extinction event, circa 11 to 9,000 BC. But this why Owaspy is unmatched. Remember, the lower second book correlates to the time of Su or Izaraka, right? The time of Su. Remember, Owaspy allows you to put things on date, on time, historically. So you can go back to it and see if it matches up. This is why I tell nobody, don't believe it. Do the homework on it. Try to debunk it. Right? Remember, the Lord's second book goes back and correlates to the time of Su, which gives, or Izaraka, which gives us the ability to put the actions of these people on a timeline. Watch this. Right? We're looking for the Ark of Izaraka under the Etherian god Su. What time are we talking about? We're talking in between 19,000 and 16,000 BC. They tell you you wasn't nothing. You was a caveman. You was stupid. You was dumb. You couldn't have built the pyramid, Cosmon. What? No, nigga, they just older than y'all thought. We greater than y'all thought. Remember, this the difference in Owaspy. It allows us to put what it's saying on a timeline. Izaraka, the 18th arc cycle, a 3,200 year period between 19,553 BC and 16,353 BC, or between 21,000 and 18,000 years ago. We never take into account the environment the people were in. So that's between 19 and 16,000 BC. Even though a mandible of an American lion was found in 1830, right? A mandible was found in 1830. This animal was not even labeled a lion by science till 1971. Oh, watch it. Not only that they existed, but called it definitely a lion in 1882. Let that sink in. The synopsis of 16 cycles, right? But look, I ain't gonna beat you down. I don't want to wear you out. It's so much stuff. You dig what I'm talking about? But since we done learned about these people, right? Here's a precept, right? This is from the Lord's third book, right? And then we're gonna get down into the remnants of that's left behind by the copper-colored people. Remember, they're the megalithic builders. They build all the big stuff that they don't even know how they carved it and how they melded the rocks and all that. They don't know how they did none of that. Huh? Waspy gives you a insight into that, but the dope party said they your ancestors. Watch this. Precept. God said, where are my chosen? Where is the greatest place of the Ions? You have shown me the who? The Ahuans. We talk about in America. You showed me all their great cities. Now, this is in between 7 to 4,000 BC. Again, you showed me all they cities. Huh? Not no little villages, huts, sitting in teepees, and you dig what I'm talking about? Beating the drum. No, nigga. Great cities with buildings, multiple storied buildings, high rises. Go look at the picture of Cortez meeting Montezuma. Look at the background. There's buildings that thousands of people are hanging out of. They missing something. I think they whitewashed it. Because where are the chosen? Huh? You show me the copper-colored people, the Ahuans. They're great cities and they're places of great learning. But the greatest of all you have not shown. Man answered then, I do not know, O Lord, tell me. The Lord said, in among the copper-colored people are the Ions. Huh? The truly people that historically get called Ma and Yah. The people of illusion, the people of heaven and earth. Ma, Yah. Right? The people who are what they are not what they seem to be and are what they aren't, what they don't seem to be. Right? The great Ma and Yah pre-exist the Olmec. Huh? Remember, I showed you the Olmec is Ahuan type, Negroidal. But these people exist before them. But in and among the great cities, are the mound builders, the little people. Because remember, the Ahuans big. And when I say big, if a general people was on average 6'5" to 7'5", they'd be giants today, right? Imagine to just a couple hundred years ago, a man was on average about 5'3", 5 foot. Not the 6 foot that he is today. Would those 7.5 foot regularly people who produce women who are 7 foot tall regularly, would they be considered giants? Okay. Now, the little cities in the suburbs of the large cities of the copper-colored people, these are the greatest cities. Huh? So when you go, I don't even want to get this away, but when you go to the pyramids, huh? When you go to them vortexian portals where really they imbalance or balance incoming energy. This is what they did. They used to play a note like a piano, but now it's out of tune, so it doesn't play the note perfectly. But when it plays perfectly, every now and then you'll get a spiral vortexian that you can see, because it's gathering material up above the all of the temples, all of the pyramids, every one of them. Especially the 26 major ones. Man inquired of God, how can that be? Behold, the Ahuans are what? We talking about America, y'all. 3-1 compared to the mound builders. The megalithic builders, the copper colored people, are 3-1 compared to the ions. The Lord said, these that build temples, listen, hewed of stone, the Ahuans, and covered them with polished copper, and not my people. These warrior kings that fortify their cities with soldiers are not my people. They are not great. Now, with the revelation, that don't got nothing to do with the fact that we descend from them and that they gave you corporeal dominance on earth. Now, with the revelation that the name of the megalithic builder is Ahua, we need only to look around the Americas for any place called Ahua. And being that the vowels are anciently, especially Phoenician wise or phonetically, right, are anciently interchangeable, right? We can also look for what? Ahua, 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 Hua, Hua, etc. Objective proof that this is truthful, right, is that every place we find the Hua in the title and name, every single place, watch what I'm about to show y'all, that we find the Hua, we will also find megalithic structures. Every place we find Hua, we will find megalithic structures with accompanying tales of giants creating these structures. Every single place, right? Remember, they literally named the places after themselves. Anybody ever heard of Saxe Ahua Man, or the place where man becomes God? Saxe Ahua Man. They literally left their names. Megalithic structure, tales of giant people, megalithic buildings. What about Tia Hua Nako? What about Hua Raskan? Meaning the lion or the Khan of the Son of God. They're calling man God, Ahua. The land of the Son of God, Hua Raskan. This is my favorite. Huan de Huantar, the underground megalithic structures. Y'all know it's about 30 miles of this stuff underground. Who built that? And how you build it in the mountains? 3,000, 6,000 feet in the sky. You put 30 miles of brick underground. Funny. The place is still named after the megalithic builder race, Hua. De Hua. What about Huaraz? Y'all see it? This is a dope one too. What about Huaraz? The dope part about Huaraz is it's actually a cosmological chart. How the city is laid out. Look at massive megalithic structures built to tell time cosmically. This is dope, right? It's basically a celestial star chart on the ground built as a whole city, a complex. What about Huaca or Huaca el Turo? Huh? See it? Hua. Megalithic builders, accompanying tales of giants. What about Huari? Huh? What about Ollantaytambo? Huh? Which is its Spanish retwist, whose real name is dig this, Huancaño. Remember, these people didn't build. The Aztecs didn't, or the Inca didn't build, Ollantaytambo or Huancaño. Remember, they invaded a people that was already there. A Negroidal people, copper colored with long black coarse hair, just like Owaspi described them. These people are called the Chanca, Chanka. Even the early Incas were invaders. This is why they allowed the Spanish right in. They didn't fight the Spanish. They let them in to help them overthrow the Chanca. Huh? Who are called, let me get it right, Arahua. They got Hua in their name, the Chanca. Hua mean nigga. It means you copper colored, Negroidal with with long black coarse hair. You're Negroidal. Huh? Ollantaytambo is really called Huancaño. Huh? What about the temple of Huartara? My thing is, we know that this is a temple. How do you melt it? These are burn marks, family. Scorched stone. Huh? Look what's left. This is a temple. How do you blow it up like that? How do you melt this? This is the temple this way. How do you melt that? How do you blow these megalithic rocks up till they're just laying around like Legos? Owaspi get into that too. What about my favorite, T-O-T, because this is pronounced all by itself, Ahua. Oh, damn. Let me go back. T-O-T, Ahua Khan, or the land where man becomes God. Theo. Just like in Greece, they have Theos. Just like in Rome, they have Dios. Just like in ancient Western America, they have Western Europe, they have Daius, just like they have Daius in Asia, India. You dig what I'm talking about? It's the word for God, Theo. Another city where man becomes God. But in the man part is the word Ahua. This is my favorite one. Teotihuacan. This is my spot. You dig what I'm talking about? And remember, the greatest of the cities are among the big megalithic buildings. That should give you an understanding of what we trying to do. Tiahuanaco. See it? Y'all see it?
Yes.
All right. What about Huancanga? Right? Hua Ricanga. Y'all might not notice, but Huancanga is the true name of what they call Carol or Kerosupe. Right? Kerosupe is just, which is this picture. Y'all see this? That's Kerosupe. It's just one part of Huraricanga. They got another sister culture, super megalithic buildings. They don't know how they built none of this stuff. And this is like 1,000 years. This stuff right here, they dated this at like 37, 35 to 39 to 3500 BC in America, known as the oldest city, continuous. Right? Kerosupe. This is the earliest known of the Norte Chico civilization called Keral or Kerosupe. You now have the ability to tie yourself to the oldest known civilization in the Americas built by your direct ancestor, the Ahuan, the large copper-colored master builder race of the Americas, whose descendants are commonly misnomered as Blacks, Negroes, and African Americans today. Right? And there are hundreds of more examples of Hua being connected to megalithic structures in America alone. Remember, I didn't go nowhere outside of America. I showed them a little bit in other places, but then I came right back home. Now, right? Now, in hopes of not being too long-winded, I specifically stayed on those just in America. The modern-day copper-colored race found here in the Americas, Indians, Negroes, by the colonizers are modern descendants of this large copper-colored megalithic builder race. FYI, the so-called Olmec were also of the Ahuan race. And this is the reason they were depicted as giants, because they were. This new type of information linking the modern copper-colored race to America's deepest antiquity can be startling to many. But what should be even more startling is the fact that this information is not new in fact, but more akin to hidden. Let's take a further look into actual men with giant stature found in the Americas, right? This is, from the sort ancient origins, right? Real quick, the Iroquois, the Osage, the Tuscaroras, the Hurons, the Omahas, the Algonquins, and many other North American Indians all speak of giant men who once lived and roamed in the territories of their forefathers all over what is now the U.S. and our traditions of these ancient giants. Now, just quick question. Now, I got it all down here where it's all, but just to run through it real quick so we can get to some questions. In Ohio, in the Serpent Mound, they found the 7-foot dude. In Crescent Mound in West Virginia, they found 172. In Iowa Mounds, they found 176. In Steelville, Missouri, they found 1.8-foot. In Miamisburg, Ohio, they found 1.5. In San Diego, California, they found 1.84. In Catalina Island, California, I've done the thing on Catalina Island. They find thousands of these big old people out there. But one specimen is 9'2". Beaver Lake, Ozarks, Arkansas. Look, they're everywhere. Beaver Lake, Ozarks, Arkansas, 10-foot man. Lompoc Rancho, California, a 12-foot dude. West Hickory in Pennsylvania, a 18-foot man, and he ain't the only one. There's two of them. That's 3 normal people, right? These are the records. One thing about every one of these records, every single one of them, right? Don't matter. They was found. What happened? What happened? When they got found, one thing happened to every single one of them. The Smithsonian came in and poof. Now watch this. This the dope part. Now I'm gonna go ahead in. Now watch this. Hold on. Oh, whoa, my bad, y'all. Let me go back down. Let me go back down. All right, that's all the documentation, the footage, the newspaper of the time of these giants being documented in history. You dig what I'm saying? But look, right? People normally 6 foot. Let's just say, if an 18-foot human being, right, is tough to concept, right, or to visualize or to conceptualize, right? Right. That's hard, right? That's hard for anybody to conceptualize or accept, right? But leave it to the book of Earth, Sky, and Spirit to unveil the subjective beliefs surrounding men of gigantic stature and objectively reveal the truth behind large copper-colored megalithic builders of America. Oahspe gives a description. Listen, right? Dang, why did it do that? Keep switching. My bad, y'all. Let me go back down. Watch this. Oahspe gives a description of the first prophet that of the creator of the world's first monotheistic religion or ideology, right? They give a description of this dude in Oahspe, right? His name is Zarathustra. He is misunderstood as Zoroaster, a whole nother person. They're 6,000 years apart, right? They're 2 total different people, just so happen to be from the same area, Persia, northern Persia, right? But Zarathustra, per Oahspe, right, is the world's first monotheistic prophet, right? Circa 3953 BC, he goes on his little thing, and he's about 33 years old when he does his thing, right? It should sound familiar. Now look, now the crazy part is his story. When you get to hearing his story, it's gonna sound real familiar about somebody that you was told about. Now, mind you, this is 7,000 BC. Right? I'm not exaggerating. This is 7,000 BC. They talking about this dude, Zarathustra, the very first prophet. Listen. Oahspe, Book of God's Word, 3 and 14. It says, so the virgin and her son dwelt in the forest of goats. Most goats in the forest, Persia. Look it up. Until what? Zarathustra was a large man and grown to maturity, and his stature was what? Equal to 3 ordinary men. Nor could any number of men lay him on his back, but because of his gentleness, like a young goat, the tribes of the forest called him the what? The Lamb of God, signifying strength and will and goodwill, right? And this is our depiction of the great Zarathustra. This is how he's described, right? This is Zarathustra, the first prophet of Order Maz, circa 7053 BC. Now, it says He was the height of 3 regular men. Today is actually 18 feet tall. So the fact that we're finding these people in mounds, is it just a coincidence? Well, here's a little faith is fun fact. Dig this. Oahspe makes a claim, right? That the tallest people in America, sourced from the region anciently, that the tallest people in America sourced from the regions between the Ohio and the Tennessee rivers. Watch this. First book of God. All right. First book of God, 25:4. Shiawassee, who was the son of Tenamham, was the son of Tusenganga, who built the Great Eastern Canal. Remember, there's only one canal that flows off the Mississippi that goes east. It splits into another canal. So Asiowagalakola means the eastern flowing Mississippi or Great Water. Osceola is the name of the Mississippi. Galachicola is the way it's moving. It's east. Right? So Tusenganga, he built the Great Eastern Canal. Right? In the rich valley of Tidewanagasi, which is the Ohio River, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and West Virginia Valley, and through the land of Seneoga, which is Tennessee, the Tennessee River Valley, Kentucky, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia, where dwelt what? The large men, the Angiwaha.
All right, Cosmon.
Hold on.
It's time. It's been time, but Paul let you get a little extra run. That's cool. We want to open up the platform now to see if anybody have any pushback or see if they would like to challenge the information. All right, brother, is that cool?
Yeah. Let me just finish what I'm saying, and then you can you can let them in as I'm finishing what I'm saying, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it up. Right.
All right.
Right. But I want y'all to know that Oahspe says that in between in this same area, listen, in this same area, the tallest people in America anciently came from in the blue region, in the Ohio, Tennessee region. But look, notice that touch all the way over here in Illinois, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana. All that in the same region. That's what they're naming off, right? Now, notice that there are only 2 easternly flowing great rivers that source from the Osceola or the Mississippi, the Illinois and the Ohio. But Oahspe is not claiming that anciently, on average, this area produced the largest people in the world, in Americas, but the same still holds today. I want y'all to show this. In the same region today, right here, in them same regions, we generate the tallest people on average in the Americas, right here. Right? And remember, Oahspe is revealing this information in 1881, decades before man was able to prove what Oahspe was saying objectively and scientifically, making the book of Earth, Sky, and Spirit a primary on the large copper-colored Negroes of America, now revealed as Ahuan. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to it. Let's see what they want to say. What's the word?
All right, thank you so much. I think that was thorough. I believe it's time. I don't see anybody coming in for smoke. I see one of your, wait, no, I'll take that back. Rakufu, we have Prince Cosmon who joined, but Rakufu has been up here absorbing all the information and waiting patiently. Thank you for that, Cosmo and Kel. Rakufu, what do you think about what the brother has been teaching up here?
Well, a lot of it, the majority of it, I would say, is white racism. Some of it has, like everything, truth to it. I was just personally, my experience with that book and the Urantia when I was locked up in the prison, and we used to have debates against the Aryan Brotherhood. The place Persia he's talking about, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Nordic Aryan people, claim that. That's why they call themselves Aryan Nation. If you know, the land of Aryan is Iran. Iran only means Aryan when translated. So they're
Damn.
So with that, I'm just and I wouldn't say that some of his stuff is not on point, but in that book, the Urantia, and in they talk about the black people being the lesser beings, the indigo race, and the frames the European people as inheritors of higher civilization. And also one other thing he said at about 155 minutes in, he said, and even the American lion is older than the African lion, which is an untruth, because the African lion. Let me finish and then go ahead. I'm gonna finish right here with this.
Okay, go ahead.
That the American lion is that's distinct, extinct right now. Right? Give me 1 second. The American lion that is
get it together.
Extinct, right? That's what I'm looking for. Okay, mountain lion native to America are okay. So that lion mountain lions are native to they are not okay. So mountain lions are still here. We still got mountain lions right now. But the lion he's talking about is extinct. That was one of the older lions. And now it says the lion that is extinct in America, I asked, is not the father of or before the African lion. Correct. The statement is scientifically accurate. The extinct American lion was not the father of, nor an ancestor that came before the African lion. He said that it was before the African lion and it was the oldest. Here is the clean evolutionary explanation. No ancestor. I'm almost finished.
Okay, because
no ancestor, descendant relationship. American lion, Panthera atrox, extinct. African lion, Panthera leo, extant. Neither evolved from the other. They are sister lineage.
Thank you.
Child. Okay, so I'm getting around to it.
So, hey, look, just hold on, because you misrepresenting what I
want peace. I want problems always.
Yeah. Anyways, like I said, is Iran in Persia?
Yeah, it actually is Persia.
Yeah, well, that's my whole point. That
Okay.
whole area was anciently called Persia before it was called Iran. And guess what? The people of the Ara, right, were not blonde-haired or blue-eyed.
I know that one. Study.
And then hold on again. You're conflating Urantia and Owaspy as if they're the same, and they're not. And if you claim to have read both, like you said you did, either you did or you lying, one of the two, you would know that they are two different things and say two different things.
But they don't.
Urantia is more like Bible.
Yeah, but when
Urantia is Bible.
You're right. But when they come to it, they put the blacks as the lower.
No, they don't. I just proved that. Did you watch it? Did you watch?
I've been watching since the beginning what you said.
Listen. What I said is that all people, right, especially everybody on earth today, come from one stock, irregardless of what skin color they are. They're Negroidal. Did you hear that part?
Okay.
Even your whites are niggas.
I get that. They'll probably say the same thing. They'll say they evolved more and we stayed at a lower stage, is what I'm trying to explain.
Well, you talking about evolution. Evolution is not real, sir.
It's not. That's what I'm trying to say.
So it's made up. So stop with that.
No. Let's ask.
Hold on, brother. You're confusing. Brother, you're confused.
I can believe what you feel. I can believe that. But do you really know? Did you really know?
No, you know.
Thank you.
Right. So, like I'm saying, just chill out, because you mixing up the dope. You dig what I'm talking about? You mixing up the dope.
I didn't know that.
Okay. We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
Right.
Now
don't do crack. So my thing
is,
so like I said, is not like Oahspe is not like Urantia. And since you made the claim, it is incumbent upon you to go in Urantia and show that Oahspe say the same thing Urantia say. Go ahead.
Okay. Anybody can talk while I look for that, because I did have it. I just got to find it. Or you can hold up. I just don't want to
Yeah,
take
you got this, Rakufu. Thank you for coming in with the smoke,
all
and I
right,
appreciate it. Come on in, brother.
I got
Go
the
ahead,
young
Cosmo.
brother.
Yeah.
I got the young false god killer up in here, Prince Cosmon, young Judah Vaughn up in this thing. What's going on, brother? You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
See, this is what
bro.
and just to be, just to clear the air, you dig what I'm talking about? This is what I don't like. People who have a limited experience trying to get up here and tell what they heard, not what they know. You dig what I'm talking about? There ain't
Hey, Cosmon. Cosmon, did you say evolution is not real?
Yeah, man. The evolution, how they teach it is
Rakufu
not
agreed
real.
with you on that. He said, yeah, he knows.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir? You don't know what you're talking about.
Evolution, as it's taught, is eugenic based. It's not, in fact, real. And when you even when you mix animals together, right, that are of the same genus but of different species, the hybridized offspring is always sterile.
Exactly.
Come on in, Prince Cosmo.
So this is how you get donkeys that can't breed. An ass breeds with a horse, creates a donkey. The donkey is sterile. You dig what I'm talking about? There are some that, now I've heard this, but I've never seen it. I've heard that they're, just because, wolves and dogs are different things, right? They're different species, but they're of the same genus. They're canids,
Mm-hmm.
right? So because they're canids, they can breed. But the resulting offspring, just like my Uncle Didi's dog, he had a half husky, half timber wolf. We tried to breed that thing to everything because it was bad. We tried to breed it to everything. It would not, it wouldn't take. It would stick and everything. And we think that, we even had false pregnancies. But it was never able to reproduce itself.
Mm.
You dig what I'm saying? So that was what I would offer up objectively as proof, as one thing does not turn into the other.
Right.
Also to debunk the entire evolution ideology would be the Cambrian explosion. Right? Everything popped up, right? And all the animals we have that still exist on the earth came at that time too. There are just animals that don't exist anymore, mostly because of climate and environmental conditions.
Mm.
Do you mind if I ask you a quick question? If you mentioned Cambrian, how do you mention Cambrian and then you don't believe in evolution?
No. The time has nothing to do with evolution. No, the evolution didn't create the Precambrian period.
Okay, I found it when you're ready.
Okay, thanks.
It says both Oahspe 1882 and Urantia 1955 were written.
Wait a minute. Are you reading this off of
no matter where I'm reading
Gemini?
off, you knock it down if it ain't true. That's
okay. I'll knock it down.
Right. That's all. Race was believed to be biological and hierarchical. Europeans were assumed incorrectly to be the apex of civilization. Non-European peoples were framed as earlier evolutionary stages. They reflect outdated racial science, not ancient wisdom. Oahspe race concepts, core ideas in Oahspe. Oahspe teaches that humanity is divided into distinct races. Races evolve spiritually and morally at different rates. Some civilizations are advanced, others retarded. Their language. Key problems. Dark-skinned people are often associated with earlier spiritual development. Lighter-skinned peoples are linked to later moral or intellectual refinement. Africa and indigenous regions are framed as receivers, not originators. This
That's
mirrors
wrong.
That's
All
false. Sure.
Damn.
Hold on.
This
Because,
mirrors Victorian
hold on, let me shoot that
racial hierarchy, not
down.
history.
Hold on, let
Now
me
go.
shoot
Now
it
go.
down.
I will just finish with that one line. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
This mirrors Victorian racial hierarchy, not history. Go ahead.
All right, well.
Hell no, that's
All
false.
right, yeah. First of all, OWASP states that it labels the tribes of the Hamitic peoples as the teachers. So you're wrong.
Exactly.
And that's what you get for
You don't read.
reading whatchamacallit. But let me tell you what it do say about white people, right? Right? Since you got that wrong, right? Let me share this with you. All right, I gotta hold on, share the screen. Let's go in OWASP and not use a Google search about it, because Google don't know nothing about it. Because if you ask Google, does it say the word Aborigine or Aboriginal? Google will tell you it don't say it. But the word is in there a bunch of times, a couple times.
Well, in OWASP?
So
Right.
yeah, Aboriginal. Now look, let's see what it say about these quote unquote Europeans, right? Let's see what it actually says about it, right? Not what you saying, because what is saying is not what you saying or what that fake
You're
AI
right.
is saying, right? And these call themselves, look, Israelites and Jews, and nevertheless, watch this. Hold on, let me go back up one. Now, in reference to the faithists in China and India, or Vindu, they were no longer identified with the kingdoms or governments, but lived about in scattered families in Arabia, the Middle East and Africa, Hellas, and Europa. They were scattered in all directions. From the time of Joshua's death, right, which happened in 110 BC, not 33 AD, 110 BC, right, 36 years. Not 33 after his birth. He was born, Yeshu was born in 146 BC, died in 110 during the Hasmonean dynasty, right? From the time of Yeshua's death in Jerusalem, they began to what? Migrate mostly westward, towards the west. And these called themselves Israelites and Jews. But watch this. Nevertheless, many of these Israelites and Jews were apostates in fact, eating flesh and marrying with other peoples. Now, watch this. Watch this. After the fall of the great empire of Egypt, do y'all know when the fall of the great empire of Egypt was? When was this? When did Egypt fall?
70 AD. 70
Huh?
AD. 70 AD. No? When Rome, are you talking about are you talking about
Egypt.
wait, are you talking
about
about Israel? I came in, I lost connection. Did you
No,
say
she said Egypt.
the Israel that were
When was the fall of Egypt?
Oh, I don't know that one.
He said Egypt. So you mean the fall of the last indigenous person to rule, or when the Romans, or what do you mean fall?
What Ptolemy? I don't know. We don't know. Tell us.
Now there's two great falls of Egypt.
Three.
There's one during the 19th dynasty that culminated or during what we would call the Bronze Age collapse. It was able to bounce back. But during the fall of Egypt that they're talking about, this is 32 BC with Caesarion and the last male ruler being overthrown by Octavian, and the Greeks being overthrown by the Romans. So now this is the fall they're talking about. Listen.
But are you going to give us long-winded answers, or can we right back get that? Because I want to get right back at you.
Let me ask you a question about that, because I need to find out a little bit more. Can I ask you a question?
Wait. You shouldn't bring up all that falsehood, and then I gotta correct it.
No, you didn't, because I got it right here.
Right, because you just lied and said,
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
because you just lied and
No, I
said
didn't lie.
you lied and said
You
that
did lie.
Owaski said that white people was going through this through this metamorphosis that
does use archaic forms like
that-
Bro,
abolition.
Owaski ain't no
You
rapist. That's
said-
book, man.
yeah. So, anyways, like, so
I was gonna ask a question,
Let
but
me
forget
show
it.
you what it actually say about white people because you lied to the people. We heard you lie.
Go ahead, Cos. Read it, man.
Right, watch this. I'm not lying. I'm
You're
reading it.
bold-faced lying. I'm reading it right now.
No,
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay.
Right. So, like I said, you dig what I'm talking about. I'm letting you know that your AI and you are wrong.
No,
You
brother,
dig what I'm talking about? It
it's
don't
okay to
say
be
that.
wrong, bro. It's okay to be wrong.
Quiet, brother. Just be quiet. I know you're
Let
triggered.
him read, man.
Don't hurt. Listen, I'm gonna punch you either
Okay,
way.
we're gonna move on to Humble real quick. We gotta get to Humble.
Pseudoism.
Yeah, I
Raul,
know.
thank you for
Yeah,
being
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Just
That's
okay,
why-
1 second, everybody, family. Everybody hit the like button. I'm sure you're enjoying this. We have 214, 221 people in the building. Peace Humble, do you have anything to address with the brothers
No,
about
hold
the
on, wait a
brothers?
minute, in the car. I'm not finished. Oh, wait.
All right, hold on, okay.
Go ahead,
Wait, wait.
So I
wait,
just came
no.
Let him drive this point home real quick. Let him drive his point home.
This dude be talking
Be
Goddamn.
quiet. No, be quiet. Because you lied about what Owaski say about white people. You're a liar. And I'm going to show you a liar. And you're going to be quiet and take it till I'm done.
There's no giants.
Oh my
on earth.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Now, shut
Read
your
it, Cos.
mouth and be quiet.
I feel what I want to do.
Read it, Cos.
Be
Let's get to it.
quiet.
You need to go back to Venice Beach with
Hey,
that old
hey, hold on.
philosophy.
Just throw them in the back. Throw them in the back till I'm done talking. Then you can bring them right back.
Man, kick him off the show. That stuff is
Yeah.
Hold on. If I could
Yeah,
just
put
get
him in
back
the
to
back.
running
It's
the
Cos's
show.
show, Cos.
Yeah, just
No,
put him
no.
in the back. He
Listen,
ain't got
first
no
off,
decorum. Put him in the
everybody-
back. He's a liar.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
gonna show him what the book actually says about these white folks.
okay,
Let's read
okay.
it.
Let me. Do you mind if I get in here and just moderate? Do you guys mind?
Go ahead.
Okay, thanks a lot. I just want to say, Rakufu, go ahead and mute out and let him get. I'm not putting him in the back, but he will mute out. Let him speak. Don't interrupt him, please, brother. And then after you address it, Cosmon, I'd like to bring Humble up. Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Now, I was just addressing the lie that this dude just told. Raku fool. He just got up here and lied, read some stuff that he Google searched for 5 seconds and thought it was true. No, you and AI are objectively wrong. Let's see what it says about it. Now, after the fall of the great empire Egypt in 32 BC, her people migrated westward. These are your so-called Alexandrians. Hundreds of thousands of them. These are melanated people also even then. Hundreds of thousands of them. And they settled in Western Europa, where they married with the Aborigines. Their offspring were called Druids, Picts, Gaels or Gaelic, Celtic, the Wales or the Welsh, Gauls or Gauls, and Johans, right? Hold on, wait a minute. Damn. Hold on. Somehow I did. Okay, hold on. Where we at? Hold on. Something just. Hold on.
Like the video. Thumb up the video. Like the video. Thumb up the video.
Okay. Here we go. Right back where I was at. Right. And they settled in Western Europe, where these people who had already been mixing with these Jews, so-called Israelites, with the Aborigines, right, of Europe, like Cheddar Man. Their offspring were called Druids, Picts, Gaels, the Wales, the Gauls, the Johans, which are your modern day English, also known as Johns, right? All of which, now every name that I just said, Druid, Pict, Gales, Wales, Gauls, Johan, every one of those names, every one of them are Egyptian names. Huh? So what it's trying to tell you, right? Watch this. Now, when the faithists were moved by inspiration of God to have no more kings and to flee away from the Christian warriors, they came among the people mentioned above. The apostate faithists married with them, and their offspring were the forefathers of those now called French, German, Russian, and English. So no, nigga, we do not believe in your evolutionary story or your false AI or your rendering of what I got to say about white.
So can I ask?
Damn!
When he called me a nigga like that,
Can I ask a question real quick?
Mama and his stinking kids and everything, right?
Let's not use the N word.
Can I ask a question?
Let's
Fuck,
not
just
call
shut
each
your
other
mouth.
names, please.
Can I ask a
See?
question real
Get
quick?
off the show.
Yeah, do
Let
it.
Yeah,
the brother talk, man.
well,
Let this brother talk,
actually,
man.
So anyway, I got the book right here, verbatim for what it
You
says.
ain't got what book?
Nigga, we
But
got
this
the book on the
weekend-
screen. What you
me.
talking about?
stop
You
being a
love-
nigga.
so you
I'm
love
gonna
it,
have to.
Bernard?
It's gonna mess up the algorithm. You already heard him
Exactly.
ask you. I
Let
get
me-
it when Cosmon said it like just off rip, like naturally, but like if you heard him say don't say it, why do you come in and say it over? Please don't do it. Just don't use the word please. I'm asking you nicely. Now, before Rakufu, let them just get. Can you let me let Humble in, please? Because he wants to address the brothers. I appreciate everybody being here. Hold that thought, Rakufu. This is a great back and forth. This is a smoke session, so it's supposed to be a back and forth. By the way, go ahead, Humble.
All right. So y'all know I just got in here. A little bit of what I seen from the brother. Number one, I seen that his text used the word for Europa and the word Jerusalem. That right there in his own holy text is anachronistic. I don't know who you got to do. I don't know who you got to talk to get that together. The next thing I want to point out from the brother is he spoke about somebody by the name of Yahoo. I want to know who that person is, and is there any anthropology?
What is the definition of anachronistic?
Last and not least, Sister Napa, I just wanna the panel to hear this. Y'all know I normally read it, but it's on my phone, so you know it ain't gonna take too long if I may.
Yeah, go ahead. And anachronistic means it's not in order with the timelines, like historical timelines. They're like off. Like if you have a cell phone, somebody talking about a cell phone in 1900s, like not like 1901, saying, and then they use their cell phone. That would be anachronistic.
Right.
Like cell phones weren't even.
What is he saying is not anachronistic? What is he talking
He's
about?
gonna show you right now.
Jerusalem.
He's saying the word
Humble,
Europe
play
and
that
Jerusalem.
again.
Nigga, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Humble, can you play whenever you played again?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Just so I can hold on. Wait. Just so I'm following. Hold on. Just so I'm following. Are you saying that the word Egypt and Jerusalem weren't being used in 32
No.
BC?
No, I said Jerusalem and Europa did not exist during the same time.
At 32 BC.
Yes, they did not exist during that time.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Show it.
Okay, so now I was playing something about this book that he's talking about. We don't even trust the Bible. We had the Hebrews up here talking
Yeah, we don't
about
trust
they
no
even
book.
trust the
We don't
Bible.
trust no books.
We don't
Why
trust
do-
no book.
Hey, why should we come up here and trust in a
We shouldn't. You
We
shouldn't.
don't.
I
We
just
don't
wanna
trust
know.
in books.
We don't trust books. Hey, listen, hold on. Let me tell you what a Waspi say about books. First
Tell
of
us,
all,
God.
you gotta read all of them and then judge them. Because if you don't judge them, you're gonna
They
be
could become a snare.
of your own making. And then it tells you again that less truth comes from books than what is written by the creator in all his creations, his son.
Mhm.
So who is Yahoo? Okay, who is this character Yahoo you was talking about?
Who is Yahoo? You tell us where he at.
We was just talking about him. Who is he?
Who? Where are you talking about this Yahoo is at?
In this Owaspi Bible, you was just quoting from.
What are you talking about? Yeah, ain't no Yahoo in here.
He's talking crazy, man.
Show us where Yahoo is.
Can I ask my question?
No, you act like a heathen. Let them talk.
No, let the brother. He's trying to get something out, but I'm trying to say that.
Hold on. First off, wait. What is the issue? Let me let Humble get his clear challenge out to the brother, and then I will let your brother Cosmon respond, and then I guess you call yourself Prince Cosmon. You can come in afterwards. So Humble, give him your clear pushback and let him respond.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Clear pushback is the fact that you're using a 2007 Owaspi standard. You don't even got the right amount of intelligence in your own craft to go and get an original. You got a 2007 Owaspi standard edition with all of these anachronisms in it, and you're trying to teach this to the people as if this is facts and historical. You're talking as this is historical. And then I just asked you, was Europa and Jerusalem around during the same exact time?
Go ahead, Cosmon,
Read that.
if you want to respond.
Read that. Yes, the word Europe and the landmass it describes absolutely existed at the same time in 32 BC.
So what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Jerusalem
Stop yourself.
and the word Europe existed at the same time.
Came up here.
We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
All right,
Crack is whack.
So we are
Bro, hi.
really fast. Hold up. Time out.
You're wrong already. You're already wrong.
Hey, I answered this question.
Man page where
Yeah,
it
but
said
I want to
Europa.
go ahead, Humble.
Humble, you wrong already.
Talk about Europa.
We already answered this
Europa wasn't
question.
a continent in the Bronze Age.
We already canceled your question.
No, we already answered you. We ain't talking about Bronze
Bro,
Age.
get out.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Okay,
Now, what you saying? You're
now,
not
listen.
talking about Bronze Age,
Oh, he
but
mad.
you're using the
He
word
big
Europa.
mad
My
now.
boy emotional.
He ain't humble no more. He ain't humble no more.
Man, they just want to get up here and
No,
cuss
no.
each other out.
Hey,
instead of
you him out.
bring real
You him
information.
out because he didn't went all the way back. Listen,
Tomorrow.
he didn't went all the way back to the Bronze Age. But I
I
told the brother that we're talking about
Okay.
32 BC.
Thank you, Humble. Thank you, Humble.
Yeah,
32
thank you.
BC.
Right. Because
Go
it
ahead.
ain't-
Can I ask my question?
Go ahead,
Be
Chris,
quiet.
Chris Cosby,
Be
go ahead.
quiet. I'm
Let's
talking.
hear from Cosmon, and then yes, you can get
Yeah,
in here
be
after
quiet.
him, Prince.
So instantly you could tell this brother was confused. We talking about 32 BC. He went all the way back to the Bronze Age. I cleared it up that we're not talking about that time. We're talking about the fall from Greek to Roman of Egypt, 32 BC. Right? He came in here not understanding what he was talking about and said that the word Europe and Jerusalem didn't exist at the same time during 32 BC. So I just simply asked a very simple question. Did the word and the landmass exist at the same time Jerusalem existed during 32 BC? And we just read that it said it did. So I'm not here to argue with nobody who don't know what they talking about.
Well, it's a smoke session, so I know you don't mind if he comes back in. What do you want to say, Humble? I want you to say what you
Oh my
need to say.
God, can we get to
that.
Yeah.
No,
Here's
not
why he's
really.
anachronistic.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Just let him ramble. Let him
I
ramble.
know, let
and
him get
then
back
we gonna
and
go to
listen.
Chris
It's a smoke
Cosby.
Come on, bro. You got to chill
You
with
won't
that.
even let him ramble. Let him ramble.
Hey,
Let him ramble.
why when he's
Waste
talking
his
though?
time.
Like we can't hear his response, so you can get listen to it.
Ain't no
Go ahead,
response.
Humble.
He was wrong.
No, there
Here's why
is a
it's
response.
anachronistic. How do you take a Bronze Age term like Europa that used that matter of fact, when you look into the term Europa, it stands for a mythic Greek woman. So why would you use a Bronze Age term for such a late age period? that doesn't make any sense. If the
Bro,
word
you don't make
Europe
sense,
is
cuz.
on
Calm your ass down.
BC, then why would you use the word
Brother,
Europa?
you're not on the right. You're not on the proper timeline, brother.
Yeah, you're on the wrong timeline, cuz. Simple.
Timeline, brother.
Then hold on. If they were doing all of that, why wouldn't they use the word Jerusalem instead of Jerusalem? Like, bro, they all these guys
We speak English, nigga.
inside Netta. They're going to be a part of my presentation.
Say nigga, huh?
You
Yeah, it don't
understand,
matter.
huh? Part.
Ew, I don't think can we?
Yeah, that don't matter, man. You dig what I'm talking about?
Okay, let me
You-
let
at
this.
least,
Thank you, Humble. Let me
at
let
least you'll have
Prince-
something that's real to talk about. You dig what I'm talking about? And
Prince
explain to the
Cosmo,
people how you off your timeline. We're not talking about Bronze Age, silly man. We're talking about 1st century BC Egypt.
Okay, thank you
We're
very
just
much.
thousands of years off topic, brother. Sorry.
Prince
Sorry.
Cosmo, false
Thousands
God,
of years off
ignorant.
topic. Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
And
What's
All
up?
right.
Yeah. So all I was saying was that, first of all, Cosmo, you did a great job bringing out the objective proof dealing with the Ahuans being the megalithic mound builders in America, and that they were copper colored, right? Brown skinned folks on this continent. Owaspy is the only book, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Owaspy is the only book that proves or that speaks about the megalithic mound builders, the Ahuans being copper colored
I thought it
originally.
wasn't a book.
What?
You just said
So-
Owaspy is not a book.
I didn't say it is a book. Clearly, nigga, it's a bound book. What are you talking about?
Exactly, bonehead. mother-
Hey, let me say this real
Man,
quick. Let me
shut
stop.
your
Let me
old
stop
monkey
you
mouth
right
head
now.
up, boy.
Let me just
hold
get your
on.
friend. Hey,
Hold
bro.
on. He
You-
throwing up
Keep
your
talking.
show.
Hey, your friend needs to listen because I don't know if he heard me, and it's all good. I appreciate him being up here, but we would like for you to stop saying the N word so much. I mean, I know everybody says it, but it's like the algorithm goes off, and Sonetta doesn't want to say that too much stuff. So that's why I had to put it. Maybe he could listen to me if I just drop him back for a second. I'm gonna put you back on the
Right.
stage.
Put
Prince.
Rakufu
So
in the
thank
back
you.
too. If you're gonna put dog in
No,
the back,
I have to. No, but Rakufu, when I asked him to stop doing something, he actually respected it. And that's the only thing you were even respected it. It's not I'm not picking on anybody. He just continues to blatantly say it. And I'm just letting the brother know, maybe it's just a habit. Look, it's not something to dwell on. I'm just asking him, let's try not to say it. That's all. We're moving right along. Okay, everybody. So Cosmon, let me ask you a question. You're saying that to them clearly, because I want to reset and let you just get the mic and then we can pass it around again. You're saying that Humble's wrong, that it is actually, you said what, 32, what'd you say the year was, 32 BC? Are you there, Cosmon?
yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
Was that
explain.
you?
You listening?
Yeah, because he said it's anachronistic, meaning it's not, it's your timeline is off with what you're saying.
No,
You
well,
want Humble to
no, I'm saying
What?
he's anachronistic. Well, I just looked that up. You dig what I'm talking about? I had to make sure that meant what it meant. What I'm telling you
Okay.
is he's anachronistic because 32 BC is objectively not the Bronze Age. He's just wrong. I'm not
okay.
arguing. You dig what I'm talking about? So he talking about one thing, I'm talking about another. I'm saying in 3200 BC, the word Europe and the word and which doesn't come from a Greco-Roman goddess. There was an African priestess or a daughter of an Egyptian that was sent north. That name Europa purportedly comes from, that gets turned into a Greek deity later on in time. But what I'm saying is he's just off on his timeline. Remember, I'm the only one up here that can tell time.
Okay, I'm gonna let you, and I'm gonna let your brother Prince Cosmon get in after. Are you done? I didn't know if I thought you were finished. I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I just wanted Prince to finish what he was saying.
Yeah. Okay, come on in, Prince, please. Can you hear me? He's on the panel, right? Yes. I don't think we can hear him though. We cannot. I can't hear him. Can you guys hear him?
He came off mute. I don't know why we can't hear him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh
Maybe
damn.
come back in. It's all
Can I-
good.
okay, I was going to speak on it next, Nepal, if I may. So with,
Oh
with
yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Sure.
So are we Rakufu, before we go further,
I won't
are
argue
you
with you,
willing
bro.
to admit that you were incorrect about what Owaspi says about white people? Because they said Owaspi say
right
white people
please.
as we know.
Let him get it out, Rakufu. Let him get the whole thing out. He's saying, asking you another question.
I'm asking you a question. Now, are you willing to admit AI and what you were regurgitating was wrong, as into about what Owaspi had to say about white people?
I will.
Owaspi actually says they come about Johnny come lately.
Okay, I will be willing to admit that if you can refute this. If you refute this, I ain't arguing with you. Can I go ahead and say it to you?
Go ahead.
All right. So yes, the text of Owaspi, because I said it, I asked it just like this. And then you know, if we ask it certain questions, we can get answers that are accurate. It's not always pseudo. Okay. So what does the Owaspi say about white people being smarter than blacks? Give me the exact quotes and the passages.
What?
The
That's a
text of
dumbass question.
No, let be quiet, but let him get it out, because he you know, pseudos die by their own sources. Go ahead.
It's fake. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Clown talk how you want. Okay. Yes, the text of Owaspi, a new Bible, does contain passages that have been interpreted as stating that certain peoples described as dark should not intermarry with others, and places the so-called dark people, in quotations, in a negative role relative to those depicted as pure chosen. These passages are written in the archaic pseudo-biblical style of the book. Here are verbatim excerpts from the actual text from the Lord's 5th book that are relevant to your question about racial language in Owaspi. For this reason, oh my beloved, shall ye not wed with the drugs, the dark.
Where is that?
That I'm
Right. Go up.
Hold on,
I know where it is.
Let me finish.
We gonna pull it up
in the
with
ground,
you.
least your
We
seed
gonna pull it up with
included.
you.
All right. Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, we got the book.
What's the page?
Owaspi, Lord's 5th book, chapter
I got it right here.
18.
Lord's 5th book, chapter 1.
Lord's, hold on.
We got the book. We ain't got to go to Google to look it up.
Lord's 5th
all
book,
good.
chapter what? Chapter what?
Chapter 1.
1, 18.
Chapter 1 and 18.
Mhm.
For this reason,
Okay, hold on. I'm going back up. 1 and 18. Wait a
Put it on
minute.
the screen.
You said, wait. You said the Lord's 5th book,
First, it got to be
chapter
first.
1 and 18.
let me do this. I know how to do it. You can see it
Hold
on my
on.
phone. Look on my phone. What does that say
Hold
right
on,
there?
Hold on.
What does that say right
It
there?
says
Lord,
Owaspi, Lord's 5th book, chapter 1, and page 18.
Page 122 in big blue.
can you see it?
Hold on.
122 in big blue. I don't got it on the PDF. I'm gonna pull it up.
Hold on. 1 second.
Yeah, we see it. You can
Chapter
take it down
1.
now,
Chapter 1,
Rakufu.
verse what?
I'm making sure you can see. I want them to see it so they can say what it
Chapter
says.
1, verse 18. I see it. Yeah.
Fifth book,
Okay. You can see it.
chapter
Now,
1 and 18. Hold on. I'm getting down to it right
For this reason, oh my beloved, you shall
No,
not
it's my-
wed with
I'm
the
reading.
drugs,
I was
the
reading.
dark
I'm reading
people
it, brother.
that
Why
walk on
you
the ground,
reading
let
it
your
right
seed be
now?
polluted and your
Somebody
heirs
put
go
it
down
Why
to
are you
hell.
reading
back.
it? It's
Hold
so
on. Hold on. Let him
Put it
read
in the
what
back.
is in the Lord's 5th book,
Yeah.
1 and 18. Go
All
ahead.
right. For this reason, O my beloved, shall ye not wed with the drugs, the dark people that borrow in the ground, lest your seed be polluted and your hairs go down to hell with Anra Manius or Manius. Owaspi, Lord's 5th book, chapter 118. This passage refers to a group called Drux, the dark people, describes intermarriage with them as something that would pollute seed, align them with a negative spiritual consequence. It did not use modern terms like white or black, but rather uses Owaspi's own internal racialized terminology. Go ahead now.
That's bullshit.
Now watch this.
Yeah,
Hold
we
on.
just-
Stop
we just-
cussing, please, bro.
Brother, please. Yeah, are you just doing that on purpose? I don't understand.
Now,
Sonnetter is Sonnetter. You don't want to. I'm not removing him from the panel. Sonnetter doing that because he's cursing. So I just want to let you know.
Well, hold on. I just want to show y'all that Rakufu is a bad liar.
Am I
right?
a liar
He's
or am
gonna
I
be
just reading
mad.
something?
Watch
Okay.
this. He gonna be big mad.
Okay.
He gonna be big mad. Share my screen.
And when Cosmin, I want you to know this. I'm not making statements as
You
I'm
are.
asking questions. Why is it said?
Right,
This
you
is my
are.
first time reading, so don't say I'm
You
lying.
are.
It's
You-
not my.
I know.
It's not my. Yeah.
I
it's not
know.
lying.
You should listen to people who actually know.
No, but I can ask a question, brother. You
Yeah,
can just
but
give
no,
me the
you're
answer.
making statements. You're not asking
No, I
questions.
am. I'm saying
Let's
He being
go
disingenuous.
because you're a liar.
I'm
right?
not the liar.
And then
No.
I'm gonna show you
Right,
that
who-
this AI don't know more
pseudo,
than me.
bro. Don't even go back and forth with the pseudos,
Listen,
bro.
yeah, listen. I'm showing that your AI, nor you, nor your gods, your natures, know no more than me. Now we are in the Lord's 5th book, right? We see number 1 right here. Now let's go down to 18 and see if we talk about drugs and going down to hell and everything that he just said. Because I think he's a liar.
Why does it say
Let's go.
19 on
Hold
there?
on.
Can you tell us? What is
Let's
what?
go down.
But why does
Let's
it say
go down.
19? Can you explain to me that? I don't
Because
understand
that's
that.
the 19th book,
Yeah, the 19th book. That's all it is.
chapter 1, verse
Uh-huh.
18. Right? So let's see what it actually says. Because he's a liar, right? And I want to expose him. And I want to expose that AI don't know more. Just because you're relying on it doesn't make you intelligent, sir. Intelligence comes from inside,
From knowing.
from knowing, not belief.
Okay, let's get. Can you
You
get
should
it?
have actually opened the book before you opened your ignorant mouth. Because actually, in the Lord's 5th book, chapter 1 and 18, let's see what it actually says. It don't say nothing to what he said. Hereto said, for this reason, oh my beloved, you shall not wed with drugs.
Say that right.
The dark people, right?
there.
That bury in the ground, lest your seed become polluted and
your
go down to
hairs go
hell
down
with
to hell with
Aramanius.
Aramanius.
Now watch
He
this.
just
did
said
it.
that. He just said that's
I
what
learned something.
Hey man,
Right.
we gotta do better than
Sit
this.
back and learn something real quick.
Watch this.
That's
'Cause
terrible.
this is what he's saying. He's saying a druk, right? That dark means the skin. This is what he's saying. Well, remember, druk means dark. Watch
Exactly.
this. Watch this. Let me blow his whole thing up because he thinks this is a race of people. It's not a race. It's how a people act. Druk is a lifestyle.
Exactly.
It's a warrior lifestyle. It has nothing to do with skin color. Let me show you what a druk is. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you that Rakufu is a druk.
Oh wait.
Watch this.
Man, you so
Let's
stupid
look up
now.
the definition. Let's look up the definition of druk and see if Rakufu is a druk.
Who
Right?
definition are you
Because it
giving?
has nothing to do.
He's
It has
reading out of a
nothing to
fantasy
do
book.
with
Making up
ethnicity.
definitions.
You
Yeah,
shouldn't
nothing
let that
to
bother
do
you.
with
Drug has to don't have nothing to do with skin
Don't
color.
keep putting that
Watch
smoke
this.
out there.
Watch this. A druge, right, applies to an angel, the same as a druk to a mortal, a low, dark, dangerous person,
Clock.
evil, right? But look, what is a druk? A druk is a physical person. It's a low mortal, one
Right.
who desires no spiritual life, one who cannot understand spiritually. Rakufu,
Hey,
you
do
are a
these
druk.
definitions come
You
from
are an
you, bro?
evil man.
Just want you to blanket. Nigga, we gotta get out of here. I done seen too much. Niggas can't tell me nothing. That's why when niggas be talking tough, I said, man, just say it. I done seen all that. Nigga said he want to just go home.
So any dark spirit, no matter what race, could be a
First
drug,
book.
right?
So
First
any-
book of the
so-
First Lord's
so
chapter 2.
any-
The
so
eye
any
of
race
the
can be a
white
drug.
Like I said,
The drugs
like
were
I
brown
said,
and black.
Dark has to do with
back
spirit.
to hey, hold on one second. Hold on. Let me get this out.
Hey,
But
are
like I
these
said-
definitions by Newborough?
No,
So who made those definitions you reading?
the angelic beings said they made it.
The angelic, what angelic being?
The angelic beings that wrote the book.
What angelic being?
Come straight out of fairy tale.
Yeah. John
Yeah,
Bottle
nigga.
Newport
Hey,
didn't
you
write
ain't
a lot.
read it? Are you stupid?
Dude
Are
had a
you slow?
seance.
Are
He's
you
clearly a
okay?
drug.
man?
Nobody
Can you
accepts
prove?
that book
Hold
in
up,
the real
hold up.
world.
We in the toughest
Nigga.
environment.
You
Dog,
a drug.
we in the toughest
You acting like a
Let's let
drug.
Humble go.
proves
Let's let Humble
scholastically
go.
an angelic being wrote that book.
No, it came to.
Now, I don't want to hear
Oh,
you
listen,
talking
listen,
about
listen.
no angelic being
Listen,
wrote that
oh, girl,
Nigga,
what you want to hear?
book. That flim
We
flam
don't
bull
care what
crap.
you want to
Get outta
hear.
here with that
I want you to line your.
Shout the season,
Hey,
man.
This nigga reading
Hey,
from
look,
the Lord
we
of
don't
the
care.
Rings.
Hey, listen.
All right,
we don't care.
let's
Hold
get
on, we
Zion
don't care what
Warchild
you
in here.
believe, brother.
Hey,
We don't care
let's
what
get
you
Zion.
believe.
hear
Hey,
that.
listen.
Okay,
I
let's
want
get
you to
Zion
line your
Warchild.
mustache up, but you won't do that.
All right, got
So-
you. Okay, let's
look,
do this.
my thing is, I went and showed that what he was talking about
No, he
is
didn't. He
not
lied.
about. It's not about skin color.
Right here is about skin color. This passage categorized groups by skin color and body type. The ions are described as white and yellow, and the drugs are brown and black. You kidding me?
We already discussed.
My MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to.
I understand.
Hey,
Why do y'all
alright,
keep
let's-
pressing it? Why do y'all keep doing that?
Because when I do that, it should let you know that you need to let me talk and get the next person in, please. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your presentation. It's definitely a smoke session. You're definitely giving people the smoke and they're bringing the smoke right back. So it's all good. I just need to get Zion Warchild in because he wants to, ask you some questions.
I want
Cosmo.
to, Paul, can I cut in for a minute?
I don't have no questions. I
10
got
more
statements.
minutes, and I've been
All right.
on here, what,
Let me
2
let me cut in for a minute, real quick, Nepal.
Right,
quick,
okay.
You should have kept Rakufu because Rakufu just cut Cosmon. Cosmon said it's not about skin color. Cosmon went in their book and showed them it is.
But it's not about skin color. Stop lying, Sarnetta.
I'm not
I
lying.
showed
I'm
you
telling you what
What don't mean skin color.
Rakufu
I just
Damn.
showed you in the book, drug don't mean
telling you what Rakufu just
stop
did. brother.
lying. Just stop lying.
All right.
Damn.
Hold on, Cosmon. Rakufu,
Oh,
can you read
okay.
what you read before
Yes,
and,
sir.
and
It
tell us
says
where you getting that from?
from the book. I asked for the quote itself. Here are verbatim passages from Owaspy that relate to its racial.
Okay, now listen.
Showing how the text describes different people and races in ways that reflect its internal cosmology. I'm providing the exact quotes as presented in the Owaspy text, so you can see the language in context with citations to the original text. Physical description of peoples, I-H-I-N-S, Ins, and drugs. The Ins were white and yellow, but the drugs were brown and black. The Ins were smart and slender, but the drugs were tall and stout. First book of the First Lords, chapter 2. This passage categorized groups by skin color and body type. The ions are described as white and yellow, and the drugs as brown and black. Punitive cosmology, inheritance, and destiny. Because the yaks cannot be taught the crime of incest, the drugs and their hairs that spring from the yaks, there shall be an end, both in this world and the next. First book of the First Lord, chapter 2. This section frames the sentence of drugs unfavorably, implying ultimate spiritual extinction, inheritance of eternal life, exclusionary language. Thus saith the Lord, if ye mingle with the drugs, your seed shall not inherit everlasting life, but go down in darkness. The Lord's second book.
All right, that's good, Rakufu.
All right, that's good. So now I explained to y'all that drug is a lifestyle. White people can be drugged. Black people can be drugged. Africans be drugged. East Indians can be drugged. It's how you live. It has nothing to do with your skin color when they say dark people. Drug means evil, low, dark.
What does brown and black mean? And yellow and white?
Who definition
Listen,
are
hold
you
on.
using?
Watch this. Hold on. Because obviously they didn't see the bill earlier. I'll put it back on the screen. Hold on. Let me stop sharing and share this. That white and yellow don't mean what we today call white people. And neither does brown and black. You dig what I'm talking about? Copper colored people are copper colored all over the world, but they're not the same. Y'all trying to make them a monolith and they're not.
And drugs can be of any race. It ain't just
Drug can be of any race. A drug is a person who cannot
Hey
understand
man, let's
spiritually.
get back to what.
Do you get that? Do you
No,
get that?
no. Do you get that? That a drunk
Seriously.
is a person. Listen, hold on. Let me
Man.
go back into OWASP and show you that a drunk is a low, dark person.
Of
Right?
any
Okay,
race.
let me say
Of
real
any
quick,
race.
hallelujah. Wait, Cosmon, hallelujah. I need you to turn on your camera because we have, unfortunately, people come in here doing stuff that's, gets the channel flagged. So if you could turn on your camera so I can see who you are, thank you, and I can let you up on this stage. Thank you very much.
Now, I'm gonna show the definition, right? I'm gonna show the definition again of what a drunk is. These people that he talking about in this time, which would be basically equivalent to your Neanderthals. You dig what I'm talking about? Cave people. That's what this is like, a drunk lifestyle. That would be a drunk. You dig what I'm
Right.
talking about?
A low spiritual understanding person.
A person with no spiritual light. Now, show
That
me
makes
now.
sense.
Hold on, bring up my screen. When we bring up the definition, I want them to point out where it says skin color determines if a person is drunk.
Objection relevant.
You ain't gonna be able to do that. But go ahead. Let's do it.
Here, I got it right
You
here.
can't, because drunk
Only through Google and shit like that.
because drunk has nothing to do with ethnicity, but it has to do with culture.
You know, this is the same thing that the Mormons and the Jehovah's Witnesses.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Can you not-
Let
can
me
you not-
let
can you
Zion
not-
get in
can you
here
not
without being
speak?
uninterrupted. Let's let him in. Okay, come on. And then you
Zion
guys
just got
can address-
destroyed by Selah. Peace, son.
All right, then let's see if we can
Eat a
hear him
hard
out, and
E.
then let's hear him out, and then we'll get this to the sister. Go ahead,
Oh, yeah.
Zion.
Yeah, they're gonna do all of that freaking filibuster and stuff.
Creative gang already destroyed Zion. Go ahead, boy.
You just gonna
Grow
keep
up,
on
bro.
talking over him anyway, though, my
Grow up,
friend.
yeah.
Prince,
Grow up,
please.
man. Grow up, man. So
Go
so
ahead.
this is the thing. What he is trying to, with a forked tongue, deny is that it is racial. Stop, bro. And bridle your tongue. Get
Okay, I just want to make it clear. I don't mind if people talk, but Sonetter's putting you on mute, Prince, and he's putting you in the back. So
Oh, yeah,
if you,
because he's trying to block. frickin'
okay,
free-
so I'm gonna put him back on the stage, Sonnetter, and I'm giving him
No,
a
Cosmon,
lot of.
the one that call himself Cosmon don't have no goddamn discipline.
At
And
all.
that's why I'm putting him in the back. He's
Yeah, hold
still
on.
a
Yeah,
little
but
boy.
you know what though?
He's a
You know
little
what, though?
boy and he don't know how to control himself.
Right.
So
Right,
I
I
put
hear
him
you.
in the
I hear
back.
you.
Right.
Sonnetter, then I think you should run the show. I have other things to do.
Yeah,
Right.
give that
And
finger
I
to
got
your mother,
things.
nigga. Give that finger to your mother. That's
Oh
who you
wow,
give it to.
this is what happened. This
Yeah,
is not
no,
what I
no, you
wanted
just
to
Stick
do with
that
the
finger
show.
right in your mother's butt, nigga.
I did
That's what
not
you
want to
do.
do any of this for the show
All
about
All right,
people's
man.
mothers and
Hey,
May
come
I-
on.
this is
man.
not
Let me
good.
block this chump.
Y'all
Yeah.
supposed to be
Yeah.
setting
Let
a
me
better
block this
example.
I
chump
don't.
so
No,
he
don't
can't
say
come
y'all.
back.
Hey, Si,
Don't
you a
put
snake.
y'all.
Yeah,
y'all-
now you banned. Now you banned, pussy.
Oh my lord.
Get off
have
my
mercy.
channel, punk.
Okay.
Because you ain't got no discipline. You disrespectful. Get the
Right.
hell off my channel.
Come on, man. Come on, y'all.
Nah,
man.
that
Nah,
nigga threw up
nah,
his middle
B, you-
finger
Oh
at me.
my
check your
Lord.
little meaning.
Cosmon, he
check-
threw his middle finger at me, so now I got the right to diss him. He's a
Right.
sucker. Get his
Right.
ass out of here.
Right.
No
Well,
discipline.
look, I
Wow.
just wanted to air that whole little mess out
That's a
about
lot.
men and their
Well, I wasn't
racism,
done.
their
wasn't
biasness,
done.
their colorism.
I
You
wasn't
did
done.
what I'm talking about, and
Propaganda.
to shed some higher light on the situation. You dig what I'm talking about? I didn't want to just bog it down in the end of the day with racism, bias, hate, colorism. You dig what I'm talking about? This is what it actually says.
But this is what
Book of-
I
yes.
hear you.
Watch
Listen,
this.
you're.
You dig what I'm talking about? I'm gonna get up out of here after this. You dig what
Oh,
I'm
you were
talking about?
leaving? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna leave before I get
Here,
to see.
but I want to get up out of here on a good note. You dig what I'm talking about? I've been running for 2.5 hours, 3
No
hours.
good, no.
It's about
Right,
that-
but this was like, I hear you.
it's
Whatever.
about that time. You dig what I'm talking about? And I may
Yeah,
be a little
thanks
bit
for
over a
being
lot of-
here.
Keep running.
Okay.
and too much to take. You dig what I'm talking about? Because
Trash.
everybody triggered because I'm talking. But when I'm showing, they're just talking. I'm actually going into the DNA of the text, debunking everything that they're saying. It's not my fault, right? I just punch on them. Not my fault that they walk into the punches.
There is no DNA.
Right? The book of 8 and 25. Wow. All men are my children. Into conscious being, I created them all alike. Privileged to all the earth. And the waters of the earth. And the air of the firmament above the earth. Brothers and sisters, I created them of various tribes, races, colors, and sizes, but nevertheless, in my own way, I created them, everyone for a glory in the way I made them. Huh? So I don't deal with, low vibratory, low hanging fruit like colorism, right? I just don't. You dig what I'm talking about? That is a belief. And I don't argue grown men belief systems. Right? I would like to give a shout out to the Creator Gang, love, light, balance. You dig what I'm talking about? Salute to all the Nirvanian gods and goddesses out there. You dig what I'm saying? And shout out to all the people who are in search of higher light. So my thing is, once you've done being the best Buddhist you can, Brahmin, Indian, Confucian, Muhammadan, African spiritualist. Once you've been to and lived at the highest ideals of your own belief, then what? I offer Owaspy. And with that, hey, breathe in, let that light in.
Butt paper.
Cosmon Cal, man. Y'all can check me out at Cosmon Cal TV.
Butt paper.
Or hit me up on Be Quiet.
Butt paper.
Or hit me up on Gmail at CosmonCalTV at gmail.com. You dig what I'm talking about? I understand that I trigger brothers. You dig what I'm saying? But I didn't came up here and hold on. And because they got the arguing, they didn't got my head hurt. You dig what I'm talking about? So I'd rather have some conversations that are beneficial with people that are trying to actually move forward than to keep talking about shit that they don't even fucking understand. I'm sorry. I cussed. I apologize about that.
That's good. All right. Thank you so much, Cosmon, for being here.
Okay.
Thank you.
We don't do crack. We don't do that. It's your crack.